What's up everyone, here is AhkTaar, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Maybe you already know about that because I'm a bit late to release the video, but we have some news and late news. Tomorrow we are gonna have Pauline back on the trio match. Did you know that? We had the news today. Today for tomorrow. This is bad. This is really bad. But it's good and it's bad because we don't have summons. Nobody has summons, so if you want him you are forced to buy some packs, or maybe you have a bit of summons, maybe you can try to reach 1 PT, but remember, do you remember what did I need to pull in order to get 2 copies of Nicholas when he was on the 10x banner? That was insane. 800 excellent wishes and more than 50 supreme wishes to get only 2 copies of Nicholas. So if you are lucky enough, you will have some copies of Pauline. If you are not, you will be forced to spend on the trio match to get 1 copy. This is the best way to get the copy, 1 copy of him. But now we won't have any promotion with up to it, so it is gonna cost you between 100 and 150 euros to get 1 copy of Pauline in the trio match. And then you can get a lot of gems. This is great. If you don't have gems in stock to spend on this event, next week you have the double guild boss drops, so you have to farm it today to get the rewards doubled tomorrow, so be careful about that. Do it tomorrow, for tomorrow. We are gonna have the guild arena competition with normally a lot of gems if we do our battles, so we are gonna have a lot of gems here on this event, on this second event, which is pretty nice. And also at the end of the guild of the arena tomorrow we are gonna have some more gems, so normally you have a lot of gems here. Also at the moment we have the world boss, and if I go on the world boss you are gonna have rewards here for the individual ranking, for the event ranking, for the guild ranking, and for the progression here. So we are gonna have a lot of gems for this event, so this is great. But if you want to finish the event you need to spend at least between 100 and 150 euros to get 1 copy of Pauline. It's not free, it's not gonna be free, it's not gonna be free. So he is returning on a 10x banner, excellent and supreme wishes, here on the Friday. And on this banner we are gonna have excellent heroes. We are gonna have Quinlan, awesome. I place him on the same level as Hezonia. They are both the best heroes in the game. Awesome, just insane. And if you have them but without exclusives, maybe you can try to your luck to get them. They are awesome heroes. Also we are gonna have Fritsch. Fritsch is an amazing hero. I'm using him at the moment in dungeons. If you don't have Nicholas, he can help a lot to reduce the damage inflicted to enemies. If you have a Lucia, he is mandatory for this faction, okay? He is just insane for this faction. To farm the runes for Lucia, for her aura. You are gonna need also Ina because she can provide a consolidation, but at least in this faction you have also Dustin and Lomas to be great. This is my team and this is performing super good. Also you are gonna have Alicia here, and I want her so bad because she is insane for this faction and for the guild boss and PvE. She inflicts a lot of bleeds by her own, and she can revive herself. She is pretty interesting and mandatory for this faction if you want to push some content, because you have only 3 good DPS. You have Hizaro, you have AhkTaar, but if you don't have AhkTaar you're gonna need Hizaro, Alicia, and we don't have a lot of supports, but you're gonna need Tuck and May in order to reduce the attack of the boss by 40% if you want to survive, because we don't have any consolidation and a lot of shields. Only shield coming from Tuck here. So yeah, this is great. But we didn't have any info before, so we haven't saved our summons, and this is terrible because it seems like we are forced to buy packs in order to get the heroes we want. I mean, before, when I was playing on the beta, I could have some progression because there weren't a lot of players on events. Now we don't get a lot of rewards here because we need to to get a huge amount of points, etc. So for the mythic heroes, it's harder to get them. And there are more bad things like this. I mean, we have so many summon sessions, so many interesting events. This is a limited hero. I mean, we had Nicholas recently, but we had the information 1 month before, so we could save our summons to plan this summon to get Nicholas. Now we have the info today for tomorrow about Pauline. I feel like this is bad because we also had this week on the Miracle Wishes Hezonia with a lot of new heroes, but the new heroes are not mandatory. They are all trash heroes. So in fact, it seems like we have to save all our summons waiting for the key units. And if you want to know who are the key units, here you have the 2 limited heroes, Nicholas, Pauline. They are limited, they are gonna come back. We had Nicholas at Christmas, 2 months after, we have him on 10x banner on Excellent and Supreme Wishes. We had Pauline in January, and now he's back the next week. So probably in 2 more months they are gonna come back, or maybe in 3 months. So maybe if we are patient enough, we can save some summons in order to plan their return. We are gonna have another limited hero next week, in 2 weeks on the Miracle Wishes. So before, I was feeling like we needed to spend something around 20 euros, 30 euros per week in order to be good on rankings, etc., get a lot of rewards. And now it seems like you have to spend 100 euros per week, and it is still not enough. If you want to compete, etc., it's not enough. But if you are planning to chill, and I'm gonna do that on the game now because I don't care about the arena, I'm fed up about the arena. Everybody has a lot of look at that, all exclusives on Pauline, Nicholas, etc. And apparently there is a good mechanic with Nita to kill them. So I'm gonna try to do this and showcase it to you. So let's talk about the mandatory heroes now. Pauline, Nicholas, okay, in this tribe. Hezonia, he's mandatory. Melia is almost maybe not mandatory, but great for the faction and for the Force Mark Tower, but it doesn't really matter if you don't have her. But 3 heroes here. On this faction, Ben Austin is mandatory, Sigmund is mandatory, only these heroes. Here, Nita is mandatory, she is an insane unit. Others, you have one good support here, and at least you need one of these 3 units. Here you're gonna have a shield, here you need Guhana for the speed reduction, or etc. It can help. If you don't have her, maybe you can use a stick in order to reduce the speed of enemies. Alahan can heal a lot, Elbeck can protect a lot, so you have some solutions, but Nita is the best hero to have here. On this faction, Will is great to reduce the attack of enemies, but he is used only for that. Then you have Gru in order to heal your heroes. If you don't have Gru, the best support here is gonna be Teru for the consolidation. This is the best hero to have here. Don't care about Luna. We don't need Luna. If you have Pacino, you have Sylvan to get good support, shield and heals, okay? On this faction, Lucifer is great. Not mandatory because you have a lot of HP burning heroes. You have Luf, you have Creon, you have Liz as a good support, you have Eilat if you have her, but you have a key hero, you have Focus. I don't have him, but he is an insane hero in the game. The best in the faction. Here, all heroes are bad DPS, but you have a lot of support. You have Anton, you have Maya, you have Kaido, and you have a good DPS here, Isabel. So you have some choice here. You don't need legendary heroes. Here you have AhkTaar, he is almost mandatory for the faction. You have Izaro, Alicia coming back with Pauline next week. Mae in order to reduce the attack. They are great but not mandatory because it's not great, it's not the best faction to push, okay? And you have Tuck. Here, Quinlan is a must-have as Hezonia. They are both insane heroes. Mamuk is mandatory for the faction if you want to push it. Otherwise, if you don't have Mamook, you can use him, Vedor, Consolidation 1 on your heroes and the shield. He is insane. These heroes are great. Here you have Lucia, mandatory for the faction. You have, if you don't have her, you can push the faction using Mutu, or Tiro, or Lomas, or Hordak, or him, Lester. But in terms of support, Fritsch is important, almost mandatory. Ina is mandatory, Consolidation 2, she is the best support for this faction. And Dustin, he's an epic hero. And finally on this one, you need Nidrold as a DPS. This is the only one who is working here. Nidrold, Space, you have her for free. Eric, and Eden and Weasley. With that you can push the faction. So this is all the heroes you need. So if you have them, if you want to have exclusives on them, save your gems, save your summons, pull for them. Then you don't care about the new heroes release because they are just, I feel like they are just here to bait you, to push you summoning and waste your summons and your money. This is my feeling. Tell me what do you think about that in the comment below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe if it is the case. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.